On the camera, it's Keith Crawford, and then for those of you tuning in on the radio, our broadcast producer back in our K-Beach studio is Race Lee. Let's get a look at your Genoir Towing and Recovery starting lineups. If you need to tow or help recovering a vehicle, call Genoir Towing and Recovery at 907-394-6068. 907-394-6068 for Genoir Towing and Recovery. We'll start it off with the visiting squad. The Eagle River Wolves, a junior at forward, number 4, that's Rowan Finkley. Also playing forward, number 5, a senior, Patrick Forstall. The other forward on the first line for the Wolves tonight, number 24, a sophomore, Emmerich Solway. And the defenseman for Eagle River this evening, a senior, number 77, Ryan Dudinsky. And a sophomore, number 3, Cade DeBonis. In the net tonight for Eagle River is senior, number 31, Rich Goodman. For the Kenai Cardinals, starting lineups tonight, the first line will be one you're relatively familiar with, a slight change from what we've seen in previous lineups. At center, it'll be the senior, number 13, Will Howard. And the wings tonight on the first line, number 29, senior Isaac Potton. And then the senior number 22, Mason Butler, starting over there on the left wing in place of Noah Hallam. So I'm assuming maybe we're shifting things up. We're going to kind of break some of the strength of that first line and pepper it throughout some of the other lines. So I imagine we'll see Hallam anchoring maybe the second line tonight. The defenseman for the Cardinals tonight, we got a couple sophomores, number 19, Brett Goldsby, and number 9, Clayton Cooper. Clayton took a big shot on the ice during the Stars and Stripes tournament. He was down for quite a while, and we were concerned he was able to get up and leave the ice under his own power. So very happy to see Clayton back on the ice tonight. In the net tonight for Kenai, it is number 31, senior Evan Witt. That is your Genoir Towing and Recovery starting lineups. One guy I want you to keep an eye out for with Eagle River, their sophomore defenseman, Cade DeBonis. So he actually is leading his team right now, or rather he's in second for team points from the defensive spot. He's got 3 goals and 1 assist. So while I haven't seen him play yet, generally when you see a defenseman that has a high net total, watch out for them to rip off some slap shots from those wing spots when they're on offense. And a couple others on the offense on the first line, rather, not the first line, but the forwards for Eagle River. We've got Antonio Calvillo and Valentino Castro, each of them with 3 goals and 2 assists on the season. Now, Calvillo, 24 penalty minutes already on the season, leading his team by no small margin. So we'll see if we've got some intensity out of that forward when they're out there on the ice tonight. Cardinals have shared the love as far as goal scoring is concerned. They've gotten a lot of production from several different players. The one you'll always expect to see from for sure is Will Howard. He's, I believe, up to 4 goals last time I checked the stat sheet so far this season. But I'm curious to see how the Wolves do against Evan Witt. Sporting some new goalie equipment. We saw him throw that on during the tournament in Palmer. Came out with all the new stuff and looked really sharp in that game against Wasilla. So maybe that new gear has, you know what, it look good, feel good, play good, right? Is that what they say? It is the Sweeney's pregame show. We're going to step aside while they announce the starting lineups on the ice and sing the national anthem. You're listening to High School Hockey. It's been the Sweeney's pregame show. Opening puck drop when we come back, right here on ESPN Radio.
Hey, folks, when's the last time? And get your annual service done right. From bearing repacks to full inspections, they do it all. Even bodywork, electrical, welding, and more. Don't want to do it yourself? You don't have to. Visit White Spruce Trailer Sales on K-Beach Road, your one-stop shop for trailer sales, service, and repairs. Check them out on Facebook or at whitespruce.com. White Spruce Trailer Sales, where your trailer gets treated right.
White Spruce Trailer Sales, whitespruce.com.
Construction and roofing, shingle experts that you can.
Number 18, Braden Gregory. Number 22, Mason Butler. Number 19, Brett Goldsby. Number 13, William Howard. Number 9, Clayton Cooper. And in goal, number 31, Evan Witt.
I think we're missing Helen. Helen? No. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. No worries. Great. Can you guys take our hats off and then that's one?
Now, fans, if you'd please rise, remove your hats, and headgear for the playing of the national anthem.
Well, here we go. The Cardinals, if you're listening on the radio, are wearing their home whites. They'll skate right to left in the opening period. And the Eagle River Wolves in their road blue jerseys will skate left to right. Eagle River with the white and gray accents on their jerseys. Cardinals with the red and black accents against those white jerseys. We'll see what the Cardinals come out with. One of the biggest struggles I think we've seen from Kenai thus far this year has been trying to control the puck offensively. We've had vast disparities in the shots on goal for each squad that they played. The lone team that they actually outshot was Delta Junction, but that seemed to be kind of Delta's strategy, as they were just kind of hey, we'll just camp out and let you get your licks and your shots in because we got a really good goalie, and you crack the door and we'll get a breakaway the other way. As the teams make their way out onto the ice, again, the Cardinals skating right to left in the opening period. The Wolves left to right. It's time for your opening face-off, brought to you by Floor your hometown flooring professionals on K Beach Road off East Pompey. Call 907-260-9270. Teams making their way to center ice. It's time for some hockey. Looks like we're going to get number 24. That's Emmerich Solway, the sophomore forward center for Eagle River, against the senior Will Howard for the Cardinals. Again, Mason Butler, a new addition to this Cardinals first line tonight. Bit of a delay as they get the nets anchored in place. We have experienced on occasion a little sensitivity from the posts, the nets popping off the moorings, but now we're ready. Now time for hockey. Howard and Solway, center ice. Puck drop goes to the Cardinals. Goldsby taps it right back to Howard, and he'll play it down behind the goal line. And it's over into the far corner in the left end. Potton now tossed right outside the can. Swept away by Solway, and he'll have to backtrack and head into the near corner in the left end. Cut off from the puck. There is Butler. Chips it up to the top, and Goldsby can't corral it, and it sneaks across the blue line and out towards center ice. We'll get a little battle for it there as both teams whack away at it. Potton battling a couple Wolves, and now he'll toss it into the far corner, where it'll be picked up there by Solway. Both first lines still out on the ice. And this one should be icing as Solway plays it up the near side and all the way in behind the Kenai goal line. 14 minutes and 18 seconds, and now we'll get a line change. Both teams sending fresh skates out onto the ice. We'll get a face-off in the Eagle River zone to the right, to the blocking glove side of Rich Goodman. Noah Hallam and Blackett on the draw. Hallam gets the better of that one, down behind the Eagle River net. Into the far circle where it's picked up by the Wolves. They've got a 2-on-2 as they chip it down into the Cardinals zone. Wraps around to the near corner. Baggich is there, along with Braden Blacketer up the near side and back out to neutral ice. Rinke will chase it down. Nice cross-ice pass. He had Castro over in that far corner. Now the puck right into the crease, and a chop kicked away by Witt. Now another shot. That one blocker to side out into the far corner. Wolves controlling this one. Solway gets a stick on it, knocks it down in behind the goal line. Battle for it there. Blacketer. Now Hallam. Pass goes into the far corner. Tipped off a couple skates, and the Cardinals will come out with it. Goldsby manages to chop it out. Bank it rather out off the wall. Solway takes advantage of a line change, throws his shot on goal. That one blockered into the far corner by Witt as the puck trickles back out to neutral ice, but they will whistle Will Howard for a high stick. No score, 13 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the opening period on your Three Bears Alaska scoreboard. Face-off will go down to the Eagle River zone to the left of Rich Goodman. We're going to get Jackson Silvio, the junior, and Will Howard on the draw. Howard gets that one. Smith with it down behind the goal line. A nice pass through the slot. He had Caden Jurdy, but the puck just jumped over his stick. And now it's out to neutral ice. Here's Stansberry for the Wolves, bringing it up the near wall, but he's cut off by Howard, who takes it behind his own net. And now we'll backhand it along the board, looking for Jurdy Didinsky, the big defenseman, gets a stick on that one. Puck now over to the far wall, spinning its way into the Eagle River zone. An unintentional pass goes off the skate of Jurdy, and Will Howard had to tag up to get on sides. Now here's a takeaway at center ice. Hallam, but we get offsides called against Dominic Smith, trying to get back behind the blue line. Couldn't in time. 12:31 to play in the opening period. Face-off coming at neutral ice. Still no score on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard.
Already we've seen a few missed chances by Kenai on their offensive side. As you were saying, we had a nice pass to Jurdy right in front of the goal. And like you're saying, struggling to keep control of the puck in their offensive zone. That
is one thing we've observed about Kenai thus far this season is they've had nice passing right up to the point where we get the scoring opportunity. Here's a chance for Potton from the top of the slot. A wrister blocked by Goodman as he drops into the butterfly. First good look for the Cardinals tonight. That has been one of their struggles, like we were saying, is just getting that last touch to find the stick so you can get a good scoring opportunity. Face-off coming here to the left of Goodman. Won by the Cardinals. Out to the right wing in the Eagle River zone. Kept in there. Potton with it. Finds Hallam. Hallam tries to chip it on goal, and that one just goes off the outside of the net. We've got Potton jamming his stick for it in the far corner, and the Wolves come away with it. That's Patrick Forstall taking it up the far board, and he moves it ahead to Rowan Finkley, and the puck knocked out back toward neutral ice after briefly getting in the offensive zone for the Wolves. Here's Solway. Emmerich into the near corner in the Kenai zone. Out to the right wing, the elder Solway. He rips off a shot. That one blockered over to the far corner by Witt. Cardinals pick this one up, and here they come the other way. A 2-on-2. Butler and Hallam. Puck to Butler on the near side. Throws Snow. Tries to make a move, but getting back on the back check, very nice, was Rowan Finkley to get the puck and pick it back up. Here come the Wolves back the other way. Calvillo into the far corner. Working his way down behind the net, looking for the wraparound. Cut off now to the near side in the Kenai end. Cross-ice pass. That one tipped by Tanner Gregory. Ryder Gagnon. Although the defense, led by Blacketer, does a nice job. Oh, they miss an offsides? No, they don't. I was about to say, it looked like Calvillo couldn't throw the brakes on quick enough, or rather Andrew Solway, the team captain, got caught just a few inches offside. Nice whistle by the officials. Face off and neutralized, no score on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard. Draw to the Cardinals as the puck goes off the far wall into Kenai zone, and they'll whack it back out the other way. This should be icing. They wave it off. No, they do not. So with 10:54 remaining in the opening period, still no score between the Cardinals and the Eagle River Wolves. We'll head back to the right end of the rink for a face-off to the left of Evan Witt. Bridger Begich, Will Howard, Brett Goldsby, Clayton Cooper, and Ryder Gagnon on the ice for the Cardinals. Braden Blackeater on the draw against Will Howard. Blackeater getting that one. Puck gets wrapped around to the far wing in the right end. Picked up by Blackeater behind the Kenai net. He'll take it into the far corner, jammed up there by Goldsby. Gagnon going to come and try in and salvage the puck. Instead, it's picked up by Castro. Now Blackeater from the wing. There's a shot. That one cut off by the defense. Clayton Cooper got in the way, and now Cooper will bat it off of Antonio Calvillo and into the Kenai bench for a stoppage of play with 10:29 remaining on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard. Still no score. Face off in the Kenai zone to the left of Witt. Braden Blackeater and Noah Hallam this time. Face off to Hallam. Now Dudinsky from the right wing. He rips a shot off. That one kicked aside into the far corner by Witt. Picked up in the far circle. Hallam manages to get it out to neutral ice. Trying to sneak past Rinke, or Dudinsky rather. Puck stays in at the left wing now in the Eagle River zone. Wrapped over to the far corner. Smith. And we have a stoppage of play, a whistle coming. And I believe this is going to be a penalty. If it's going to go against the Cardinals, Clayton Cooper is going to be called for roughing, and that is our first penalty of the night. Penalty at 4 minutes and 51 seconds against the Kenai Cardinals. So it'll be a power play for Eagle River. Face-off will be in the Kenai zone to the right of Witt. Won by the Wolves. Cardinals trying to get it out. Forstall and Finkley battling for it, and they come away with it. Here's a shot attempt as they get it right down along the goal line, but Witt will do a nice job of sitting down on it. Exactly 10 minutes remaining in the opening period. Wolves on a power play right now. Cardinals a man down after the Cooper roughing call. Noah Hallam and Rowan Finkley on the draw. Hallam getting that one, and Max Meese tries to clear it out. Kept in nicely, only for a moment, by the senior Andrew Solway. Wolves now bring this one back in, send it into the near corner, and it's going to wrap to the far side, where Forstall will make a move, trying to get past the freshman Meese, doing a nice job of creating some defensive pressure. Now up to the left wing. There's a shot from Dudinsky. That one kicked aside. That was Rinke. Out of the near corner. Puck played up the near side. Back into the corner. Cardinals with the puck. Comes out with it. Nope, that is Solway. Up to the other Solway. Now Rinke from outside the circle. Shot cut off by the defense. Nope, sneaks through into the catching glove of Witt. It looks sharp already to start this game. 1:12 remaining in the Eagle River power play. 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the opening period. Still no score between the Cardinals and Wolves. Face off to the right of Witt. Mason Butler on the draw for Kenai. Goes to the Wolves. Solway. Back to Forstall in the far circle. Tries to tip one. It bounces into the low slot. Puck's loose. Battle for it. And the Cardinals chip this one out. It'll go pirouetting all the way down to the other end, where the Wolves will pick it up with 50 seconds remaining in their power play. Isaac Potton, nice little defensive pressure into the, or rather, forecheck against the elder Solway. Now gets free. Headman's a pass. The far side, back to Solway. Oh, and he just overskates it. It sneaks back out to neutral ice, where Rinke will pick it up, but that's going to waste about 15 seconds of power play. Here's Blackeater, and the Cardinals clear it away. 8.5 minutes to play, 20 seconds left in the Eagle River power play. They've gotten a couple shots on goal in this man advantage, but otherwise have kind of squandered a couple opportunities, overskating pucks, and there we go, just like that, kind of missing each other. Potton gets a stick on it briefly, but here comes Rinke bringing it into the offensive zone. From the right circle, he manages to get a shot off. That one's blocked up and into the netting by Witt. 2 seconds left in the power play. 8:11 to go in the opening period. No score, Cardinals and Wolves. A mismatch here for Kenai as they get, or rather for Kenai, as they get their first line on the ice. What looks like the third line for Eagle River. Salvio on the draw for the Wolves. Puck kept in at the right wing by Dudinsky. And now the Cardinals will bring it out. Power play comes to an end, and the Cardinals are back to full strength. Max Mies chips it along the far wall, and the Wolves will throw one on net. That's an offside, so a goal, but it's going to be immediately not allowed as Castro was waiting for a rebound off of Witt, but had been in the offensive zone since the puck came back across the blue line. So good catch by the officials. 7:55 remaining in the opening period. Both teams back to full strength. Salvio and Howard at neutral ice. Howard getting this one. Begich trying to play it up the far board side. Cut off by Castro. Skates near side. Salvio. Puck down in behind the Kenai net. As this younger line for the Wolves doing a nice job of creating some offensive zone pressure against the Cardinals. Puck in the far circle as Lily Langham, the senior defenseman, chips that one out. Cardinals are going to get a nice look. Here's Gagnon. Little backhanded toss through the slot, looking for a trailer, but nobody was there. Langham will pick it up at the left wing and wrap it to the far corner, where Bridger Begich will get pinned up there with Cade DeBonis, the sophomore. Now Howard loses it in the far circle. Max Mies fires one, but it's deflected wide of the net into the near corner. Howard all the way now to the near wing. Top of the slot, he shoots over the top and off the glass. Begich at the midboard far side, battling for it against DeBonis. Will Howard coming out with it. Cut off though by Savio, and the Wolves will ice it, and we'll get a face-off in the Eagle River end as they send their first line back out onto the ice. 6:43 to play in the first period. Still no score between the Cardinals and the Wolves.
Mostly due to the power play, but it seems like the puck has been a lot on this side, the right side of the ice, on Kenai's side. Kenai just keep it more in their offensive zone, get some more shots on goal here.
Face-off coming to the right of Goodman. Howard and Salway battling for it. Jurdy comes off with it, and he fires a shot. Awkwardly positioned, but still gets it on net. A good save by the senior, Rich Goodman. Goodman, number 2 on the depth chart for the Wolves. The sophomore, Roan Pride, is their goalie 1, but not with the team this weekend. So Goodman getting the start. It'll be Dominic Smith and Braden Blacketer on the draw. Goldsby from the top of the slot gets a shot right off the faceoff, but that one just bounces wide. Now at the midboard far side, and the Wolves can't quite clear it out. Cardinals getting a nice offensive turn here as the puck does trickle back out to neutral ice. Now Calvillo will bat it into the Kenai end, and he'll be pinned up against the board by Cooper. In the near corner, Blacketer now behind the net. Cooper comes out with it. Outside the far circle, that's Rinke. Rinke tries to fire, knocks the stick out of Goldsby's hand and up into the netting, and we'll get a face-off to the right of Evan Witt with 5 minutes and 56 seconds to go. Cardinals looking for that ever-elusive first win of the season. Coming to this one with a 0-5-1 record. Eagle River has played better in their last 4 games than they did in their first 3 at 2-5. They win the draw to the right of Witt. Max Mies will clear this one out, and this is going to be icing against the Cardinals. I thought that may have gone off the stick of the sophomore Solway, but referees have a better look at it than I do. 5:47 left in the opening period. Again, those of you joining us from Eagle River, glad to have you on the broadcast, whether you're listening in at RadioKenai.com or watching on Peninsula Live YouTube. Face off to the right of Witt, won by Forstall. Backhands a shot, an acrobatic fling onto the net. Sticked away by Witt. Now up to the right wing, Solway briefly keeps it in there, and now taken away by Finkley, weaving his way through traffic, fires a shot over the top of the net. Now back down in behind the goal line, picks it up, Solway, he'll shoot, that's kicked away by Witt. Cardinals giving up some great looks for Eagle River, but now a 3-on-2 for Kenai. Howard fires from outside the right circle. That one bounces into the low slot and into the crease where Goodman will wisely cover it up.
Like you said, a lot of good looks for Eagle River on the net, but a lot of good saves, equally good saves by Evan Witt there at the goal.
Witt having a nice start to this one. He's been, a lot of those shots have kind of gone to his right side, and if I had to pick a weak side, which he's very solid on both sides, the catching glove side tends to be where more goals are getting past him. In the Eagle River zone, Cardinals control the puck off the faceoff. They send it up to the right wing, and it'll be chipped down to neutral ice by Justin Barker, the freshman, logging a little ice time. Cardinals, though, take it back. Here's Hallam into the left end. Can't get a shot off. Dudinsky does a nice job to get in front of that one. Now Hallam plays the puck up to the top of the slot. Picked up there by Goldsby. His shot cut off by Barker, the freshman. Now to neutral ice, and he will dump this down to behind the Kenai net. Witt is there to pick it up at the goal line. Cooper with it off the far board. Nice touch from Begich, looking for Gagnon, who's coming up the far board side. Cut off by DeBonis, the sophomore. And the Cardinals will kick it back and forth. A little soccer going on over there right now. We're going to kick that puck back and forth as Begich comes away with it. Goes 5-hole, trying to prevent an offsides. Begich will dump it down into the far corner where Ryder Gagnon will go to challenge DeBonis. Begich with it into the far circle. Down to Gagnon. Gagnon looking for somebody in the slot. Nobody's there. Looks for Howard. And that one cut off, and the Cardinals lose a great opportunity as Castro takes this back and brings it back into the right end. Wolves sending fresh skates out onto the ice, and they do so at a perfect time because they've got the puck in the Kenai zone. Here's Goldsby. Goldsby over to Cooper. Cooper in his own end. Howard sweeps in, picks it up, logging a lot of ice time in this opening period. Here's Howard right to left. Just stays onside. That's Gagnon. Cardinals trying to get it back out to the right wing for Goldsby. Instead, he wasn't quite there in time, so the Cardinals will back it into their own end. Howard with it again. Makes a move, but he's cut off by Calvillo and Blackadder. Puck off the far wall, and it's going to be picked up by Rinke and Dudinsky. Rinke and Solway, excuse me. Now to Castro. Castro will dump it down in behind the Kenai net. Witt will ride it around the rails up the nearboard side. Jurdy makes a move. Shot from the right wing from Solway. Blocked away by Witt. A nice move by the freshman, Caden Jurdy, and oh, does he take a big lick right into the Kenai bench as we have a battle for the puck right there. We haven't seen Jurdy pop back up yet. Now the puck just pinned up against the board. And we'll see if Jurdy comes up a little bit slowly. He does. He was on the bottom of that pile. And I believe that was Rinke. Quinn Rinke, the junior defenseman. And he's not of insubstantial size. We'll put it that way. He's a big kid, and he just threw everything he had into the underclassmen. Here's Solway and Hallam on the draw in the Kenai zone. Potton comes up with it. Puck out to neutral ice, but Rinke does a nice job grabbing that one and tossing it in behind the Kenai net. Witt with it, gets pinned in, pinned in between a couple Wolves, manages to get rid of it. Andrew Solway. Over to Finkley. Finkley has it poked away by Max Meese. And now battle for it. Finkley muscling Meese. And now Finkley splits the wedge and can't quite get it on goal. Goes down. Wolves maintain possession. Here's a shot from Forstall that's blocked into the far corner. Solway with it. Emmerich Solway in the near circle. Oh, he's got a wide open look. Nobody decided to cover Solway. And Witt must have heard us talking because he's had back-to-back saves now on the left side. And he picked them both up. 2:06 remaining in the opening period. Cardinals and Wolves tied at 0-0.
I think all of Kenai was expecting Solway to pass it off there, and then all of a sudden he turned towards the goal and nobody was there to block it, except Witt, of course.
Executed the head fake. There it was. Yeah, Witt was ready for it. Face off to the left of Witt, won by nobody quite yet. Now the Cardinals will come up with it. Though the Wolves, Dudinsky keeps it at the right wing. Emmerich Solway with that great move just a moment ago. Up the near board side, cross ice, far wing. That's DeBonis. His shot scooped up by Witt in the catching glove. Minute 48 to play. So a lot of those shots were coming in right side heavy on Witt. Kicked and blocker to side, and now they've gone to the left side. So he's looking sharp on both ends. Face off to his right, coming with a minute 48 to play in the opening period. It'll be Will Howard and Salvio for the Wolves. Dudinsky, a wrist shot, and that goes off the post and in. Ryan Dudinsky, the senior defenseman, ripped one, and that one just banks in off the post. And with a minute 44 to go in the opening period, the Wolves take a 1-0 lead. That goal coming at 12 minutes and 16 seconds. And we'll see if the announcer gives us an assist. I'm assuming Salvio is going to get one assist on that. Ensuing face-off won by the Cardinals. Goldsby tries to chop it into the Wolves' end. Now Howard will backhand it down in behind the Wolves' net. Puck picked up there by DeBonis. Now Savio, he clears it out to neutral ice. Picked up by Clayton Cooper. Backhands a nice little toss. DeBonis cuts it off, and Barker caught offsides. With a minute 21 to play in the opening period. The Eagle River Wolves now leading the Cardinals 1-0. And we look across the ice over to the other side, we see a fair contingent of Kenai fans. And glad to see as many Eagle River family and friends who've made the trek down here to the peninsula. Face off a neutral ice, won by Eagle River. Picked up behind the Kenai net by Witt in the right end. Now Will Howard behind his own net with just over 60 ticks remaining. Will play it up the far board side for Potton. Potton now ahead to Butler. And Butler has it swatted away by Andrew Solway. Salvio into the offensive zone. Tries to work his way around Potton, hands it off. There's a shot cut off by Potton. Rinke tried to fire one. Back to Rinke outside the far wing. Goes off his skate. But the Wolves keep it in. 46 seconds remaining in the opening period. Here's Stansberry. Tosses one around to the far corner. Rinke. Nope, that's Dudinsky behind the net, wrapping around, and he just overskates his own puck. Solway with it, Centering pass. That one goes right through everybody. And the Cardinals will play this ahead. Goes off in an Eagle River skate with under 20 seconds to play. Here's Butler, who had a nice look at it, but a good job by Goodman to stick that one away before Butler could get it on net. And here comes Blacketer as he brings it into the Kenai end. Under 10 seconds remaining in the opening period. Cardinals will send it into the Eagle River zone, and this should take us to the end of one. After a period of play, it is 1-0, Eagle River on top of the Kenai Cardinals. Coming up, it is the intermission report brought to you by State Farm agent Christy Babcock, auto insurance, homeowners life insurance, and investing opportunities with locations in Kenai and Soldotna. We'll be right back after a short break on ESPN Radio.
When trying to find a dentist, it can be challenging, and facility offering you pain-free dentistry and is family-friendly. Even if you don't have time to have multiple appointments, Ridgeway Family Dentistry can complete all your treatment in one easy visit. At Ridgeway Family Dentistry, they know how important it is to have a smile and know how that can change your life. For your dental appointment, call Ridgeway Family Dentistry at 262-8404.
We are going out tonight.
But I just put my comfy pants on. What do we celebrate?
I just bundled our home and auto insurance with a State Farm agent and saved us money.
Oh, nice. Can we just order in?
Are you serious? We just bundle. And our agent helps me personalize our coverage.
But what about my slipper and sweatpants bundle?
Oh, fine.
Hi, this is Christy Babcock, your local State Farm agent, still in Kenai, and now also at the Soldotna Y.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer availability, amount of discount, savings, and eligibility may vary.
Hey neighbors, good news from Odyssey Family Practice. Megan Stanley is now here full-time and accepting new patients. She's passionate about preventative care and women's health. At Odyssey, healthcare is personal. Your provider knows you, listens, and treats you like more than just a number. That's Megan. Call 907-313-4569 to get on her schedule today. That's 313-4569. Odyssey Family Practice.
For years, Morgan Steel has proudly supported local sports vocational programs. Cheering on all our local teams and athletes this season. Good luck out there. For all your steel and metal needs, Morgan Steel has you covered with a full range of products and expert service. Plus, their partnership with Central Welding supplies ensures top quality materials you can trust. Call 907-283-7136. Morgan Steel, building Alaska strong.
The high school hockey intermission continues with the State Farm agent Christy Babcock Intermission Report. With highlights, stats, and game recaps, let's return ringside with today's broadcast team on ESPN 1140 AM and 96.9 FM.
Good evening and welcome back to the Kenai Multi-Purpose Facility. Nick Sorrell here along with Tucker Blau. Race Lee back in our K-Beach studio on the radio broadcast, and operating the camera and producing the broadcast on YouTube for Peninsula Live is Keith Crawford. So after one period of play, the Cardinals trail the Eagle River Wolves 1-0 on a goal at 12 minutes and 16 seconds by the senior defenseman Ryan Dudinsky. That goal was assisted by the junior Jackson Savio, and first impressions from that period, clearly the Wolves had more offensive opportunities, assisted by the power play. That coming at 4 minutes and 51 seconds, a roughing call against the freshman Clayton Cooper for Kenai. Cardinals do a nice job of killing that power play. Evan Witt, solid in net. But what do you think the Cardinals need to do to try and generate a little more scoring or generate more offense and create some more scoring opportunities?
I mean, they need to keep it out of their own defensive end. They need to. It seems like they're missing a whole lot of. They're making the passes. They're just not picking it up and passing it off. They could be a whole lot smoother, I guess.
The accuracy, right? Yeah, it's important to make sure that you're finding your guy when you're trying to advance the puck, and limiting the opportunities that Eagle River is getting to control the puck behind the Kenai goal line also, I feel like, is something that we have seen the Cardinals maybe struggling with a little bit this season, is there's a lot of time their opposition is spending with the puck getting set up behind the net or behind that goal line, leaving those defensemen open on the wings for a chance, for a good look. And that's really what we saw. That was that Dudinsky goal. He was camped out there right at that left wing, drifting in toward the high slot, and was just waiting for a puck and didn't miss that chance. And Evan Witt, to all his credit, having a great first period. That was a very tough shot to stop. I mean, banking it in off the post. So that was the difference in the first period. A Ryan Dudinsky goal at 12 minutes and 16 seconds. Also, we got to give credit to the junior for Eagle River, Jackson Savio, who really created that opportunity, kind of evading some Kenai players and drawing the defense in around himself to free up Dudinsky up there on the blue line. But boy, probably one of the best saves in that first period was when Emmerich Solway for the Wolves kind of made the little head fake, and the defense splits thinking there's a pass coming, as you observed, and point blank, I mean, he had nobody in front of him. It was tantamount to a breakaway, and Witt with the glove save on that one. So taking a look, here's your first period shots and saves brought to you by 3T Detailing, your defense against a dirty vehicle. Find them on Facebook, or you can check out their website now. Visit the 3T Detailing website, where you can schedule an appointment right there with your auto professional detailer here on the peninsula, or you can give them a call, 907-252-3960. Shots and saves in the first period, Kenai with 6 shots on goal. Rich Goodman, the senior netminder for the Wolves, a perfect 6 for 6 on the saves. And then 10 shots on goal for Eagle River, 9 saves for Evan Witt and the Cardinals. 1-0 after one period of play. It is the intermission report brought to you by State Farm agent Christy Babcock. Auto insurance, homeowners, life insurance, and investing opportunities. Call 907-283-7116 in Kenai or 907-262-4440 in Soldotna. Like a good neighbor, Christy and her team are there for you. If you look at the temperature right now, it says it's 27 degrees here. Do we believe that? Not even for a minute. It is, if you haven't been to the Kenai rink, for those of you who are watching or listening from up in Eagle River, what do you got here? 17 degrees is what we see right here at the rink, and it still even feels a little colder than that. 17 feels a little bit warm even. But if you haven't been to this Kenai rink, it's actually an open rink. I believe the long-term design for the Kenai multipurpose facility is that it's an entirely enclosed facility, so you have openings here designed for what would be future expansion. But right now, there's no expansion, so it's just open to the elements. And one of the colder rinks that you'll be at in Alaska at any given time that isn't just somebody's backyard. That's the the State Farm agent Christy Babcock intermission report. When we come back, second period puck drop on ESPN Radio and streaming worldwide on YouTube on Peninsula Live.
If you're
Okay.
I think with flowers to plant this year. One thing about being a homeowner you can think less about, questions about home insurance when you have State Farm. Your local State Farm agent is there to help you understand your coverage options and choose a protection that meets your needs. So you can focus on your home, and we'll focus on helping protect it.
Hi, this is Christy Babcock, your local State Farm agent, still in Kenai, and now also at the Soldotna Y.
Looking for family fun no matter what the weather? Come to Jumpin' Junction on K Beach Road. They've got blacklight mini golf, giant inflatables, thrilling VR experience that'll blow your mind, and all your favorite arcade games. Need a break? Grab some tasty snacks and drinks and get back in the action. Planning a party? Jumpin' Junction is the spot for unforgettable fall and winter birthday celebrations. Jumpin' Junction, where there's fun for the whole family on K Beach Road. Open daily Monday through Sunday. Check Facebook for hours of operation.
Hi, I'm Mark Gage, and I want to share my recent experience at AK Express on K Beach Road. They made it so easy for me to get my real ID. I work 6 days a week and have a busy schedule, so AK Express was a much better fit than the DMV. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturdays, 11 to 3. Need tags, titles, and registration fast. They even offer drop-off and pick-up services. Skip the line, skip the stress. AK Express is your best bet. Find them at K Beach and West Poppy Lane, or call 907-260-9501. Winter roads can be brutal, but your drive doesn't have to be. Alaska Bolt & Chain helps drivers hold it together with quality winter tire chains built to handle Alaska's toughest conditions. Whether it's ice, snow, or slush, they carry the perfect fit for any vehicle, giving Alaskans the confidence and traction they need to keep moving. Don't get stuck. Get traction you can trust. Call 907-262-7983 or visit Alaska Bolt & Chain on the Spur Highway in Soldotna. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Genwire Towing and Recovery has the equipment needed to haul or recover the biggest of rigs. If it's a small car that's broken down and you need to get it to the shop, or if you have some heavy equipment that needs to be recovered and towed, Genwire Towing and Recovery can do it. When it comes to towing and recovery, Genwire Towing and Recovery is here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. No job too big for Genwire. 907-394-6068. Genwire Towing and Recovery, 394-6068.
Shop Three Bears Alaska and save. In case you didn't know, Three Bears Alaska carries bulk items and convenient-sized groceries. They also have a sporting goods department that has firearms, fishing items, and lots more. Three Bears also has a great selection of fresh-cut meat and fresh produce, a deli with freshly made pizzas, and some of the best rotisserie chicken around. Plus, every day, low warehouse prices without the membership. Three Bears Alaska, your one-stop shop for just about everything, including gas. Now with 3 locations: Sterling, Kenai, and Iniltic. Three Bears Alaska.
When it comes to really cleaning a vehicle, it's all in the little things that make a detail really stand out. That's why at 3T Detailing, they consider everything a little thing. They start with their special pre-soak, and they do this before doing their touch wash process to make sure all the grit is loosened up and ready to be removed without damaging your paint. If you're looking to get your vehicle detailed, call 3T Detailing, where details matter. 907-252-3960. 3T Detailing. See their work on Facebook.
It's getting chilly out there, and Sweeney's Clothing has you covered. Right now, hats, socks, and gloves are 20% off just in time for the season. Clearance footwear for the whole family is 40 to 50% off. That's huge savings on boots, shoes, and more. Need something new? All regular footwear is 15% off too. Sweeney's Clothing in Saldana, your workwear and outerwear headquarters for the whole family. Officers at Beeman's talking with Steve. Stop by Beeman's for variety and so much more.
Matt, we have a lot of really cool gift ideas. So we have unique kitchen gadgets. We have aprons and towel holders as well. Baby gifts, we have a lot of plush, and we have bibs and plates and cutlery. We have locally made functional ceramics. So we have vases and bowls and mugs. We have mobile globes, which are really cool, and lots of games like activation to Yukon Airways.
You'll find those here at Beeman's, located on the Kenai Highway in Saldana.
This week at IGA Country Foods in Kenai, grill up flavor with USDA Choice tri-tip steak, just $5 a pound, or boneless pork chops for only $1 a pound. Stock your freezer with picked sweet frozen vegetables, 2 for $4. And don't miss Best Food mayonnaise for only $4.99. Navel oranges and honey apples are just $1.89 a pound, and avocados only 99 cents each. Sale ends November 18th. While supplies last. Cut food. Fresh. Spend less. Winter in Alaska, where hockey faster than your truck warms up. If one of those pucks, or maybe an icy driveway, takes out a tooth, don't worry. General Dental in Saldana can handle it. Chips and cracks to cleanings and bones help keep your smile in the... They're local, friendly, and to patients. So stay it on in on 262-8834. Keeping Alaskan smiles shining, no matter how hard it is.
Are you looking for a trusted healthcare provider for your whole family? Central Peninsula Family Practice and Pediatrics has you covered. From newborn checkups to senior care and everything in between, our family providers deliver person-centered care tailored to your needs. With 2 convenient locations in Kenai and Soldotna, we're here to help you stay healthy at every age and stage of life. Now accepting walk-ins and same-day appointments. Learn more at cpgh.org or call 907-714-411 today.
Do you need to replace your septic system, or do you need to get a septic system installed at your new home, shop, or office? Call DEC Approved Steam on Wheels. Steam on Wheels has years of experience in installing septic systems on the peninsula and will do your job correctly and DEC certified. Call now to get on the schedule, 907-262-3240. Having issues with your septic? Call Steam on Wheels. They can use their camera to see what's going on underground. Whoa, was that Santa landing on the roof?
Nope, that's not saying Merry Christmas, we're done.
I thought those just made the ride smoother.
They actually do help your tires grip the road. Really important on these icy holiday roads.
Dan's Automotive offers diagnostics for shocks and struts, located next to Napa in Soldotna. Call 907-420-0416. Dan's Automotive, helping your sleigh stay on the road this winter.
Welcome back to the Kenai Multi-Purpose Facility. Nick Sorrell here along with Tucker Blau and our broadcast producer, Race Lee, back in our K-Beach studio. We will switch sides of the rink for the second period. The Eagle River Wolves visiting tonight in their blue jerseys with the gray and white trim. They'll skate right to left. And the Kenai Cardinals in their home whites with the red and black trim. They will skate left to right. It is 1-0 Eagle River. After one period of play, the Wolves striking first at 12 minutes and 16 seconds. A Ryan Dudinsky goal assisted by the junior, that is Jackson Savio. I'll tell you one thing that is a force to be reckoned with. If you have strength at this spot, and it is not just having good defensemen, but having good bulky defensemen. You get some big boys that can keep those wings under control, and it gets very difficult for a team that's playing on their heels to clear the puck out of their zone. And we even saw that. Caden Jurdy, who is very talented. We've had a lot of good things to say about Caden throughout the course of this season. At one point, with a good look to try and bring the puck up the nearboard side and get it out of his own zone. And Quinn Rinke, the junior, kind of came in and gave him a little hip check. And, I mean, like Sir Isaac Newton told us a little thing about objects in motion and with the inertia and force applied. And you could really see that at play there because Caden kind of he got the raw end of that deal is where we're going at. So the big defensemen, I feel like Rinke and Dudinsky have been a big factor in this throughout that first period. I'm curious to see how Coach Hallam and the Cardinals adjust.
Well, before we've seen, Jurdy, he's pretty good at getting under the other team's skin, it seems like. The game against Wasilla, when Wasilla came down here, that, quote, little guy, was they weren't a big fan. We'll put it that way.
No, yeah, he does a great job he's very elusive and he skates very well. So I've been impressed with him. Has not scored yet this season, but we've seen him with his scoring chances. Both teams making their way out on the ice, and you know what that means. Yeah, it's time for your second period opening face-off, brought to you by Florever, your hometown flooring professionals located off East Pompey on K Beach Road. Call today, 907-260-9270. It'll be Noah Hallam for the Cardinals and Emmerich Solway for the Wolves. Hallam getting this one, puck batted into the offensive end by the Cardinals. We have a new jersey out there. I'm wondering if that's somebody just changed their jersey because we don't have 7 on our roster for the Cardinals. That might be Will Howard. Here's a quick look for Forstall and the Wolves as they get the puck back in behind their own net. Andrew Solway will ice it.
It's definitely not Will Howard.
It's not? Number 7. We don't have him on our roster for Kenai. We'll check in with the bench and see if we can figure out exactly who that is. We got to change the lines as Jurdy and Dominic Smith, along with, now there is the real Will Howard comes out on the ice. Face off to the right of Goodman in the Eagle River zone. Puck picked up at neutral ice. That was Castro. Cardinals take it back in their own zone. Giveaway at neutral ice. And Jurdy gets a stick on it. Puck batted around. Andrew Solway, team captain with it, plays it up the far board side, down in behind the Kenai net, where Brett Goldsby will pick it up. He's going to bank it. It's going to go right to Rinke at the left wing. He'll shoot well wide of the net off to the right side. Solway and Calvillo are there to pick it up. Howard, though, sneaks in and takes it away. Headman's a pass looking for Dominic Smith on an outlet route, but Smith pass is cut off by Solway. Back into the Cardinals zone. Batted away. Smith taps at it. Calvillo will cut it off, take it away. And a nice offensive zone hit by Jurdy. Solway sweeps in, picks the puck up, though, as Jurdy got a little tied up, couldn't get to it. Here's Solway. Taking it coast to coast across the red line into the Kenai zone. Left wing, left circle, down in behind the net. Goldsby, though, sneaks up from behind and strips the puck away. 13 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second period. Cardinals with the puck. Howard up the near wall, across the red line. Big hit, collision, Calvillo and Jurdy at neutral ice. And I believe this is going to be a penalty coming against Calvillo as he was playing the man, not the puck, if you will, as he's going to head to the box. So the Cardinals get their first power play of the night as Salvio heads to the box, and as does Jurdy. So never mind, no power play for the Cardinals, offsetting penalties. And I did not see an official signal from the referee. Now we'll get it. Both of these penalties coming at a minute 50 into the second period. And we didn't get a look at the official call. So, unsportsmanlike conduct, roughing, generalized antagonism. One of those is probably the call. 13-10 remaining on the clock. Face-off and neutralized, won by the Cardinals. Meese with it and tosses one down in behind the Eagle River net. Forstall loses a stick but picks it back up. Pass into the low slot. There's a shot from Hallam, kicked away by Goodman. Great look for the Cardinals Puck stays in the offensive zone, bounces off the flat board. Potton will pick it up, centers the pass into the low slot. Now Karams back up to the high slot and over into the right wing, where it'll be picked up by Emmerich Solway. Feeds it ahead to Finkley into the Kenai zone. Puck poked away. Solway bounced off as the puck bounces down into the low slot, spinning outside the crease. Forstall swats at it. Potton battling DeBonis. And now Hallam will pick it up in his own end, and the Cardinals will chip it out to neutral ice. For the big boy, Dudinsky is going to move it up the far wall. Puck down in behind the net, but snagged by Witt, and he'll find Butler. Away again by Dudinsky, and he'll throw one wide of the net, and the Wolves will change lines. Here comes the captain, Solway. Cardinals are going to ice the puck, though. There's good icing and bad icing. And not all good icing comes on cakes. Sometimes you get good icing in a game because you just need to ice the puck to give yourself a chance to breathe. But that was bad icing because the Wolves were in the middle of a line change, and the Cardinals could have taken advantage there. 12 minutes and 1 second to go in the second period. Eagle River leading the Cardinals 1-0 on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard. Face off in the left end, where the Cardinals defend to the left of Witt in the far circle. Will Howard will go against Patrick Forstall. Forstall is going to be sent away, so he'll be replaced by Castro. Castro wins the draw to the right wing. There's a shot from Rinke. Nope, that was Solway on the shot. Blacketer with the puck in the far corner. As Gagnon sweeps in, gets muscled off the puck by a pair of Wolves. Now it's loose. Solway can't get a shot off. Gagnon does a nice job interrupting what was about to be a laser beam of a shot from the team captain for the Wolves. Puck now on the near board side. Played back into the Kenai zone. Goldsby will wrap it over to Howard on the far midboard. Howard weaving and has the stick of Blacketer jammed in between his arm. Stick is loose. Now the puck goes in behind the net. Clayton Cooper from behind his own can banks it off the glass and out to neutral ice. Rinke is there. Banks it up ahead to Castro. Castro along the blue line, now into the offensive zone. Hit hard by Will Howard. Shot, though, on goal, kicked away by Witt, and Karams back out to neutral ice. Cardinals have done a good job of laying some hits. Puck hit the high slot. Solway shot, knocked down by Howard. And back out to the neutral zone. 10:45 to go in the second period. Wolves leading 1-0 on the strength of a Ryan Dudinsky goal in the first period. Puck is at neutral ice. Cardinals with a pair of forwards trying to create some offensive pressure. Into the right end in the near corner. Back behind the net where Rinke is there. Seven centers a pass, a shot, and a goal! Dominic Smith! The freshman gets his second goal of the season. And the Cardinals equalize 4 minutes and 41 seconds into the second period. So the goal is going to go to Dominic Smith. And wouldn't you know it, Mr. Mystery Man, number 7, who is not on our roster for Kenai, picks up the assist. Off the draw, the Cardinals control the puck. Puck back to neutral ice where that is Rinder. Will bring it into the Kenai zone, but Noah Hallam takes it away, weaves his way through a trio of defenders, feeding the puck up the near side to his offensive men. Now down behind the Kenai net, wrapped around to the left wing where Lily Langham couldn't quite keep it in, and it should be icing. No, they'll wave off icing rather. Langham with it, feeds it ahead. Cardinals with the puck. Here's Howard. Howard racing it up into the near side, into the corner. In the offensive zone. Puck pinned up there, a mass of bodies battling for it as Howard tries to dig it out. Nobody coming away with it, quite the scrum. And now here comes the big guy, Dudinsky, can't clear it out. Goldsby keeps it in at the left wing, tosses it down to the far corner. Puck caroms back up to Goldsby through the slot, bouncing puck into the near corner. That was Potton who had a good look at it. Puck against the flat board, and now the Wolves will control it. Here's DeBonis. Finds Emmerich Solway. Solway into the offensive zone. Shot on goal and a glove save for Evan Witt at 8:53 into the second period. Both teams knotted up at one apiece.
Kenai doing a much better job keeping it in Eagle River's side of the court, side of the ice in this second period here.
Getting some shout-outs on the live stream there. Elijah Stansberry cheering for Eagle River. Megan Patterson cheering for Kenai from Canada. 8 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Cardinals win the face-off. Here's Ryder Gagnon bringing into the offensive zone. Puck taken away by Blackadder and the Wolves, mounting a counterattack. Blackadder from the left circle rather. A shot deflected up and into the netting off the stick of Brett Goldsby. 8:37 to play. We'll get another face-off in the Eagle River zone, or rather the Kenai zone. Face-off will be to the right of Witt. Had 10 shots on goal, 9 saves in that first period. Puck kept in by Solway. Nice job controlling the puck. He'll get a shot. That one kicked away. Spins into the crease, picked up by Witt. Dangerous puck as Finkley was right there to try and pick up that little spinner. 8:29 to play. Face off. This will move to the other side. Far circle in the Kenai end. Game started at 7 o'clock. We are now at just a little after 8. Wolves control the puck down in behind the Kenai net. Blackadder has it poked away. And the Cardinals will clear it out to neutral ice where Rinke and Solway. Begich fighting for it. Blackadder comes away with it, brings it into the Kenai zone. Hounded from behind by Bridger Begich. Brett Goldsby sneaks in there and tries to poke at it. Now Solway plays it down, back out to the far corner. Rinke can't get a shot off. That one goes wide and bounces on net. Poked away. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Cardinals the other way. Begich and Gagnon. Begich into the right circle. He'll shoot. That goes right into the center mass of the senior, Rich Goodman. That's an easy save for the senior. 7:45 to play in the second period. Cardinals have evened the game up on a Dominic Smith goal at 4 minutes and 41 seconds. Face off to the left of Goodman, won by the Cardinals. Puck down in behind the Eagle River net. Battle for it there. Dudinsky, DeBonis, and Smith duking it out. And we get a whistle. And it's going to be a roughing call. This is going to be against Eagle River. So the Cardinals will get a power play now. Dudinsky called for the roughing penalty. And he's pleading a case here saying, I think he's trying to say that he was grabbed. And he was trying to free himself up.
I mean, when are they not going to plead their case, though?
Of course, always. So second penalty of the second period against Eagle River. This one coming at 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Exactly halfway into the second frame. Cardinals' first power play of the night. Howard and Blackadder on the draw. Will gets the best of that one. Here's Potton, top of the slot, hands it off, rips the shot. That one deflected wide of the net. Potton, a backhanded shot, goes off the post from Gagnon. In behind the net, Hallam over to the far wing. A zero-angle shot from Howard to Goldsby, now top of the slot. Potton back to Goldsby at the midboard. Goldsby tosses one through the slot over to the far corner where Howard will pick it up. Puck goes off a skate. Wolves can't clear it out. Potton to the right wing for Goldsby. Back down to the midboard for Potton. He'll shoot, and that's a glove save for Goodman.
Already Kenai taking good advantage of the power play. He already had, 4 shots on goal just in the first 30 seconds there.
And a great job by Goodman to keep at least one of those out of the net. I want to say it was a Dominic Smith shot, trying to make it 2 goals on the night. It'll be Howard again on the draw, this time joined by Savio. Face-off won by the Cardinals. Goldsby's shot deflects off a skate. Cardinals can't quite get a shot on goal. This one deflected away from the net into the far corner. Back up to the left wing for Howard. Goldsby surveying, now circle, back to Goldsby. He'll shoot a weak shot, and that one is cleared out. Goldsby didn't get a lot of muscle behind that one, and the Wolves easily cleared out. Cardinals, though, keep the puck in the offensive zone for an entire minute, and now they will mistakenly ice the puck back the other way.
I think that pass was intended for Hallam, but Hallam lost an edge and ended up on the ice.
Yeah, that's that'll do it. That'll keep you out of the play. 6:23 to play, 55 seconds remaining in the Kenai power play. Back to the Kenai zone we go, face off to the left of Witt. This one's won by the Wolves. There's a shot and a glove save. Andrew Solway, the senior captain, fires a missile. Boy, you can tell the difference between an upperclassman and an underclassman on the slap shots. Face-off won by the Cardinals. Here they go cross ice. Potton will bring it up the near board side. Centers a pass and it goes right to Blacketer with 45 seconds now in the power play. Puck back behind the Kenai net. Goldsby plays it ahead to Howard. Howard holds up and he'll dump it into the near corner. Hallam will chase, but he's not going to get there before the puck is cleared back into the Kenai zone with 25 seconds remaining in the power play. Blacketer has done a fantastic job single-handedly killing the latter minute of this power play. And Hallam, the intended target of another pass that he didn't see was coming. Potton with it, 5 seconds to go in the Kenai power play. Stansberry has it in the Kenai zone, and power play is over. Here's Will Howard. He's going to take on the whole team. Fires. That one kicked away by Goodman into the near corner. Forstall comes up with it, overskates the puck, but Blacketer there to pick it up. Cut off by Mason Butler. And Forstall will chase the puck into the near corner of the Kenai zone. Solway had a puck on a dinner plate right in front of the net, but the Cardinals do a nice job to get a stick up out of the way. Here comes Butler, and offsides called as Isaac Potton was doing everything he could to moonwalk his way back across the blue line, but could not get back on side. 5 minutes to play in the opening period. Coming up at the intermission, it's the intermission report brought to you by State Farm agent Christy Babcock. Auto insurance, homeowners, life insurance, and investing opportunities with locations in Kenai and Soldotna. Face off at neutral ice, won by the Wolves. DeBonis, though, gives it away in the defensive zone. Meese keeps it in, taps one into the low slot, but Dadinsky, well positioned, scoops that one up. As the Wolves bring this one to neutral ice and bat it into the Kenai zone. Lily Langham plays it off the flat board to the near side, looking for Max Meese. Jurdy with the puck at center ice. We'll dump it down in and wrap it to the near side. Begich is going to chase it down unimpeded until he's not. Takes a couple big licks, passing the slot. Lily Langham has a good look, but just couldn't control the puck. Oh, you don't get a better sniff than that. Puck back to neutral ice. Jurdy comes flying in, tries to take the puck away. Now he does, bats at it. Down in behind the Eagle River goal line. Forstall off the ice. Barker comes on as Eagle River is going to ice it. 3:54 left in the second period. Cardinals and Wolves tied at 1 apiece. Eagle River, Division I, playing in the Cook Inlet Conference, comes in with a 2-5 record on the season. Cardinals 0-5-1, looking for their first win of the 2025-26 season. Wherever you may be and however you may be tuning in to this evening's game at RadioKenai.com, tuning in on the radio or watching on YouTube. Glad to have you along the way. Face off to the left of Goodman, one in the Eagle River zone by the Cardinals. Battle for it at the left wing. Rinke comes away with it. Rinke playing it up the near side, lays a lick. 2 Cardinals go down. Potton and Gagnon, they both pop back up. Here's Solway with it behind his own net. Cardinals doing a nice job on the forecheck. Here's Cooper at the left wing. Finds Potton, backhanded pass into the slot. The one-timer by Howard just misses. Howard pushed off the puck and takes it into the high slot, loses it. And here comes Calvillo into the Kenai zone, weaving his way behind the net. Had the wraparound, but just lost the puck. Now along the goal line, centers the pass, taken away by the Cardinals. DeBonis couldn't keep it in as Potton sent it back the other way. Cardinals are going to get some fresh skates on the ice. Here comes Hallam, picks up a loose puck, almost overskates it rather, as this one is sent into the Cardinals bench, and we'll get a stoppage of play with 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the second period. Cardinals and Wolves tied at 1 apiece on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard.
It seems tensions are running a little higher here in the second period. We've seen quite a few bigger hits from both sides.
They've gotten physical. It has definitely gotten a little more physical. Face-off is going to be to the left of Goodman. Hallam and Blackett are on the draw. Puck cleared over to the far side, picked up there by Stansberry. Feed ahead to Castro, but the Wolves can't get it into the offensive zone. They'll pick it up at neutral ice. Castro goes cross ice looking for Stansberry, who will toss one on net from the blue line, and Witt will just knock that down and cover it up. Now 8:13 on the atomic clock. That's the actual time. 2:17 remaining in the second period as the temperature continues to drop. We were at 17 degrees a little bit ago. Face-off one. Here's a Dudinsky wrist shot. Didn't have a lot of juice on it from the right wing, but he's going to get another chance as he picks up another one. That one on goal and blocked away by Witt back out to neutral ice. 2 minutes to play in the second period. DeBonis plays it up the far board. Blacketer, and he overleads Stansberry. But Blacketer will clean it up, picks it up in the Kenai zone, hands it off to Stansberry, backhands a shot into the low slot. That's cut off by the defense. Castro is there waiting for it. Dudinsky from the right wing, 2 shots. That one kicked aside into the near corner by Witt. Stansberry with it, plays it into the corner. Blacketer behind the net, he'll pick it up. Meese cuts off Stansberry from getting to the puck, and now Smith a stab at it, and the Cardinals will just whistle one clear. And that was good icing. That was good icing. You needed a breather. So with a minute 24 to play in the second period. Stick around at the intermission report, or at the intermission rather. We will have the intermission report for you, brought to you by State Farm agent Christy Babcock. Face off in the Kenai zone to the right of Witt, Solway and Howard. Howard with a quick stick right there. Puck to the nearboard side, fed ahead, but it bounces over the stick of Butler and back into the Eagle River zone. Rinke puts on some nice moves as he weaves his way across center ice and into the Kenai zone. Right to left, to the right circle. He shoots, rebound, cut away by the Cardinals. Cooper down behind the net. Eagle River trying to pick it back up. Wraparound shot, high slot, and there's a shot wide of the net. Oh, Solway had net for days, and the puck goes wide of the net. He had Evan Witt on his back like a turtle and just jerked it. That one missing the net. Andrew Solway is going to want that puck back. Cardinals cleared out to neutral ice with 40 seconds remaining in the second period. Batted back into their zone. Puck at the left wing. Here's Forstall. Feeds it down low to Finkley. Finkley a shot. That one in front of the net. It's loose, and the Cardinals will swat it away up the far board side.
Puck was sitting there in front of the net. Witt tried to dive for it, missed it. Thankfully, Cardinal got to it first and cleared it out before it was sitting duck there.
Absolutely anybody's puck. Witt now looks a little banged up. He's kind of nursing that left arm. So we will have a face-off to his right with 22 seconds to play. A flurry of activity in the final few seconds. Castro comes away with it. He'll shoot! And a catching glove save by Witt. The Wolves refuse to go into this second intermission quietly. Blacketer and Noah Hallam on the draw now to the right of Witt. Cardinals win that one, and they cleared out to neutral ice. Solway and Rinke will chase it into their own end. Under 10 seconds to play. Hallam a takeaway. He shoots, And a glove save with 5 seconds to go in the second period. We've seen more scoring chances in the last 60 seconds than we did in the last 14 minutes. 1-1, somehow the score remains.
Howard had a great look there, intercepting the pass. Great save, though, by Goodman.
Face off to Goodman's left. Goes up against the board, and that'll take us to the end of the second period. Cardinals equalize at 4 minutes and 41 seconds on the goal by the freshman Dominic Smith. And that's your score after 2 periods, 1-1. We'll be right back with your Peninsula. Nope, that's your post-game show. Your Christy Babcock, State Farm agent, intermission report right here on ESPN Radio. And for those of you watching on Peninsula Live.
When trying to find a dentist, it can be challenging, and Ridgeway Family Dentistry
Keep it going, I'll tell you when to bring it back.
Ridgeway is the new state-of-the-art
All right.
offering you pain-free dentistry and is family-friendly. Even if you don't have time to have multiple appointments, Ridgeway Family Dentistry can complete all your treatment in one easy visit. At Ridgeway Family Dentistry, they know how important it is to have a smile and know how that can change your life. For your next dental appointment, Ridgeway Family Dentistry at 262-8404.
When you own a home, decisions can have a lot of gray area.
Okay, which paint color? Missy gray, mountain gray, or greyhound gray?
What about whispering gray?
Home insurance can feel like it has gray area too. That's why State Farm has local agents to help you choose the right coverage for your needs. So get out of the gray.
Let's just go red.
And help protect your home with a good neighbor.
Hi, this is Christy Babcock, your local State Farm agent, still in Kenai and now also at the Botno Y.
Are you a high school junior or senior who wants to get a head start on your college career? KPC's Jumpstart program is for you. Thanks to the Kenai Peninsula Borough, students who participate in the Jumpstart program save $161 for college credit up to their first 30 credits. Call 907-262-0330. Again, 907-262-0330 for more information.
Hey folks, White Spruce Trailer Sales here on the Kenai Peninsula wants to remind you to complete an annual service on your trailers. Don't want to do it yourself? They're take care of everything, from bearing repacks to annual services, all the way up to body work, axle replacement, electrical, welding, and more. Go see White Spruce for all your trailer service and parts needs.
It is the intermission report brought to you by State Farm agent Christy Babcock. Auto insurance, homeowners, life insurance, and investing opportunities. Call today, 907-283-7116 in Kenai or 907-262-4440 in Soldotna. Like a good neighbor, Christy and her team are there for you. Well, what a second period it was. The Cardinals battle their way back. They tie on we'll call it a cleanup goal by Dominic Smith. We did find out who number 7 was on the Kenai roster. That's Braden Brigham, another underclassman, I believe, for the Cardinals. Brigham, who has seen more ice time in this game than I think the rest of the season combined, getting out there and picked up the assist on the Dominic Smith goal. Smith, who had his first goal of the season during the Stars and Stripes tournament, first goal of his high school career as a varsity player. Picked that up during that tournament last weekend. Gets another one here this evening. And a great feed by Brigham. And Smith, a little chip shot, just kind of flipping it right into the top shelf of the right side over the left shoulder of Rich Goodman, the senior goaltender for Eagle River. Otherwise, Goodman and Witt have both been very solid in between the pipes for both of these squads. And I mean, how would you classify that second period? I mean, it was kind of a defensive struggle. The scoring opportunities not really prolific throughout there. Yeah.
Until the end.
Until the end. Yeah, that last minute got crazy.
Yeah.
So, in the last minute, if you're just tuning in and you didn't catch how the game has gone thus far, quick recap. The Wolves take a lead over the Cardinals 1-0 at 12:16 in the first period on a Ryan Dudinsky goal. Then the Cardinals tied up 4 minutes and 41 seconds into the second period on that Dominic Smith goal. And, well, here you go. Quickly, here's your second period shots and saves, brought to you by 3T Detail, your defense against a dirty vehicle. Find them on Facebook or call 907-252-3960. Proud sponsor of Shots and Saves, 3T Detailing. 9 shots on goal for each team in the second period. 9 saves for Evan Witt, 8 saves for Rich Goodman. But I got to think that of those 18 shots on goal between the two teams, probably 7 or 8 of those came in the final minute of play, and more of those favoring Eagle River. They really kind of turned on the gas at the end of that second period. That final minute became a bit of a slugfest as Eagle River was just throwing one shot after another on the goal. And we talked about him in the first period after he scored the goal, but Ryan Dudinsky has been very impressive to me, the senior defenseman, especially from that right wing spot. You can tell he's got that strong right-handed wrist shot, and boy, did he put it on display a few times. Evan Witt, though, doing a nice job taking advantage of the butterfly, keeping that 5-hole protected. So after 2 periods of play, we're tied at 1 apiece here at the Kenai Multi-Purpose Facility. It's the intermission report brought to you by State Farm agent Christy Babcock. When we come back, it'll be third period puck drop right here on ESPN Radio and Peninsula Live.
Let's face it, renter's insurance isn't top. As a renter, to make sure you have the coverage you need at a price you can afford, because you've worked hard for your stuff, right? Your local State Farm agent is ready to help you choose the right renter's insurance that best fits your needs without the headache. Let's start helping protect yourself with renter's insurance from State Farm today.
Hi, this is Christy Babcock, your local State Farm agent, still in Kenai and now also at the Soldotna Y.
Dam Construction and Roofing here on the Peninsula is your trusted roofing company. From shingle roofing and installation and repair to installation of EPDM roofing or even metal roofing installation and repair. Dam Construction and Roofing has you covered. Open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. with 24-hour emergency services available. Over 60 years of combined roofing experience. Drew is certified by Malarkey Roofing Products and can offer warranty on Malarkey Roofing Products as well. Call them today, 907-262-3996.
Yes, we know the amount of the PFD this year was underwhelming, but if your family is complete and you have been considering a vasectomy, it's the perfect amount. Now through November 15th, our no needle, no scalpel vasectomy is being offered at a special PFD price of $1,000. You save $200. This quick, safe, and nearly pain-free procedure can be done in Soldotna or Homer. With birth control taken care of, you can celebrate through the holidays and focus on fun. Call Peninsula Surgery and Aesthetics, 907-235-1010. No needle, no scalpel, no worries. Happy holidays.
When you've been involved in a car accident, getting healthy is the most important thing. Having an advocate that can go out and get a full and fair recovery for you should not be something that you have to worry about. When people have been injured and suffered catastrophic injury or huge medical bills, other insurance companies can come and try to reduce your recovery. It's imperative to have someone that knows how to fight with these insurance adjusters look out for your interests. At Earhart, Elsner, and Cooley, we want to add value to your case to ensure a maximal, fair recovery.
Hello, I'm Marty Hansen. It's almost here, folks. Darkness, fog, rain, snow, moose, it's all right around the corner, and it's on the road right in front of you. Eyewear Express is ready. Are you? We have hundreds of new frames to look at. We have access to the clearest lenses your money can buy and state-of-the-art eye exam equipment with Dr. Chad Price making sure your vision is as clear as it can possibly be. So expect the best at Eyewear Express, located in the Peninsula Center Mall, Soldotna, 260-9199.
Hi, this is Justin Ruffridge. There's nothing like a small town. It's real community. And that's one of the reasons I'm raising my family here. It's also why I own and operate Soldotna Professional Pharmacy, because I believe a small town pharmacy is where people get the best care. Our customers aren't just customers, you're our friends and neighbors. Stop by at 299 North Binkley in Soldotna for hometown friendly service. I'm Justin Ruffridge, and I'm here to serve you.
Exciting news from Odyssey Family Practice. They're proud to welcome Sarah Kirka, physician assistant, to the team. She's now accepting new patients. Sarah's passionate about helping Alaskans feel their best through weight loss, hormone replacement, and vitality care. Because up here, staying strong and energized matters. So whether you're chasing grandkids, snow machines, or just better health, call 907-313-4569 and visit Odyssey Family Practice today.
For years, Morgan Steel has proudly supported local sports, vocational programs, and community activities because a strong community starts with strong support. They're cheering on all our local teams and athletes this season. Good luck out there. For all your steel and metal needs, Morgan Steel has you covered with a full range of products and expert service. Plus, their partnership with Central Welding supplies ensures top quality materials you can trust. Call 907-283-7136. Morgan Steel, building Alaska strong. Looking for family fun no matter what the weather? Come to Jumpin' Junction on K Beach Road. They've got blacklight mini golf, giant inflatables, thrilling VR experience that'll blow your mind, and all your favorite arcade games. Need a break? Grab some tasty snacks and drinks and get back in the action. Planning a party? Jumpin' Junction is the spot for unforgettable fall and winter birthday celebrations. Jumpin' Junction, where there's fun for the whole family, on K Beach Road. Open daily Monday through Sunday. Check Facebook for hours of operation.
Picture this, a number in your hand, hope fading by the minute. A voice crackles through the overhead speaker.
Now serving B47 and window 11.
Oh, that's my number. Wait, is that window even open? No.
You've entered the DMV, a place where time stands still and paperwork spreads like a creeping fall. Now picture yourself at AK Express tags, titles, and registrations in Soldotna. No lines, no disappearing windows, just fast, local service AK Express.
Winter roads can be brutal, but your drive doesn't have to be. Alaska Bolt & Chain helps drivers hold it together with quality winter tire chains built to handle Alaska's toughest conditions. Whether it's ice, snow, or slush, they carry the perfect fit for any vehicle, giving Alaskans the confidence and traction they need to keep moving. Don't get stuck. Get traction you can trust. Call 907-262-7983 or visit Alaska Bolt & Chain on the Spur Highway in Soldotna. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Who would you call if your vehicle broke down? If you just had an accident or just spun off into the ditch? You might be able to think right now, but in the moment, it might be hard. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to add this name and number to your phone in case of emergency. Okay, are you ready? It's Genwar. That's Jenwar, Towing and Recovery, 394-6068. That number again is 394-6068. Available 24 hours a day. Genwar Towing and Recovery. Make sure it's in your phone.
Stop Three Bears Alaska and save. In case you didn't know, Three Bears Alaska carries bulk items and convenient-sized groceries. They also have a sporting goods department that has firearms, fishing items, and lots more. Three Bears also has a great selection of fresh-cut meat and fresh produce, a deli with freshly made pizzas, and some of the best rotisserie chicken around. Plus, every day, low warehouse prices without the membership. Three Bears Alaska, your one-stop shop for just about everything, including gas. Now with 3 locations: Sterling, Kenai, and Aniltic. Three Bears Alaska.
When it comes to really cleaning a vehicle, it's all in the little things that make a detail really stand out. That's why at 3T Detailing, they consider everything a little thing. They start with their special pre-soak, and they do this before doing their touch wash process to make sure all the grit is loosened up and ready to be removed without damaging your paint. If you're looking to get your vehicle detailed, call 3T Detailing, where details matter. 907-252-3960. 3T Detailing. See their work on Facebook.
It's getting chilly out there, and Sweeney's Clothing has you covered. Right now, hats, socks, and gloves are 20% off just in time for the season. Clearance wear for the whole family is 40 to 50% off. That's huge savings on boots, shoes, and more. Need something new? All regular footwear is 15% off too. Sweeney's Clothing in Soldotna, your workwear and outerwear headquarters for the whole family. Officers at Beeman's talking with Steve. When's the last time you were upstairs? Because there's always new stuff coming in.
There is, Matt. So in addition to cross-country skis and hats and gloves, snow pants and cross-country ski clothing, we have snow helmets and goggles instead of bike tires, and we also stock walking
You'll find that upstairs, located here at Beeman's on the Kenai Highway in Solana.
This week at IGA Country Foods in Kenai. Grill up flavor. USDA choice. Tri-tip steak, just $5.19 a pound. Or boneless pork chops for only $1.99 a pound. Stock your freezer with picked sweet frozen vegetables, 2 for $4. And don't miss Best Foods mayonnaise for only $4.99. Navel oranges and Honeycrisp apples are just $1.89 a pound. And avocados are only 99 cents each. Sale ends November 18th. While supplies last. Country Foods. Buy fresh. Spend less.
We head to the third period of play. Any way you want it, that's the way you're getting it down here tonight. Great hockey on the ice rink. Kenai and Eagle River tied at 1 apiece. Both teams coming in with losing records, but trying to improve their number in the win column. The Wolves come in with 2-5 as their record. The Cardinals 0-5-1 after a couple tournaments of play. Cardinals get Eagle River tonight, and then they don't have another game until next week when they have another tournament. They head down to Homer for the end of the road tournament. They'll see a familiar opponent there. They've got Colony, Kodiak, and Houston. And then also the Stars will be down there as well. So several teams. Here in the third period, we'll switch sides of the rink once again. Cardinals will play right to left in their white uniforms with the red and black trim. Eagle River with the blue uniforms with the gray and white trim. They'll play left to right. And here is your Floor Ever opening face-off. Your hometown flooring professionals located off East Poppy on K Beach Road. Call 907-260-9270 for Floor Ever, proud sponsor of opening face-offs each period. 15 minutes on the clock. Cardinals trailed by 1 after a period of play. They tied it up on a Dominic Smith goal at 4:41 in the second period. Eagle River has been held scoreless since 12:16 into the first period when they got a Ryan Dudinsky goal. Both teams will be at full strength to start the period as they make their way out to center ice. It'll be Braden Blacketer, the junior, and Will Howard, the senior for the Cardinals. Howard with the draw, puck into his own zone. Clayton Cooper loses it at the right wing. Finkley ahead to Blacketer, and he overskates it. Here's Mason Butler. Will Howard plays it off the board on the near side, down in behind the Eagle River net. Picked up there by Calvillo. Off the far board and out to neutral ice. Cardinals, though, nice touch passing in their own end. Headman pass to Mason Butler. Harassed from behind by Finkley. Headman's a pass over to Will Howard up the far board side. Puck cut off. Picked up by Butler. Now Howard. Right circle. Shot. That one off a defenseman and bounces into Goodman, who covers it up. Isaac Potton about lost his face mask on the crossbar. 14 minutes and 19 seconds left in this one. We'll get a couple line changes after a 40-second shift. Noah Hallam, Lily Langham, Braden Begich, Max Meese, and Ryder Gagnon on the ice for Kenai. Emmerich Solway on for the Wolves. There's a shot from the right wing by Meese, deflects off a couple players and into the midboard on the near side. Squirts out. Langham, she'll shoot. Blocker down by Goodman. Another save for him, picked up by Emmerich Solway behind his own net. He'll play it into the far corner and up the board, overskates it. And the puck now hangs out there for a minute. Everybody's going to bat at it, and we'll just try and dig it out. Coming away with it is Solway. Taken away by Gagnon. Here's Hallam, a backhanded shot that is not very strong and saved by Goodman. I tell you what, Noah Hallam has had a lot of good looks this season already. He's not broken through yet for a goal, and it's been a lot of moments like that where the opportunity was right there, just couldn't quite connect with the full force of the shot he wanted. Face off to the high slot. Gagnon, he'll fire one. Goldsby, rather. That goes wide of the net, and here comes a 2-on-1 for Eagle River, but they'll ice it. Instead, they'll wave off icing, rather. Goldsby Finds Begich in his own end. Begich has a hard time clearing it out. Hallam takes the puck off his skate, taken by the Wolves. Now we get a battle for it. Hallam, headmans, up the far wall, into the far circle. Shot, and that one gobbled up by Goodman with 13 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the third period.
These two teams still knotted up as tight as an amateur's fishing reel, as
there
you like to say.
13-16 to play. 1-1 is your Three Bears Alaska score. Caden Jurdy against a fellow underclassman in Castro. Puck into the high slot in the Eagle River zone, and the Wolves clear it out. Goldsby headbands a pass to Dominic Smith. He'll toss one on net, deflects off the stick of Goodman off the glass, and here come the Wolves back the other way. Rinke weaving into the offensive zone, pulls up in the left circle, spins in the far corner, and now the Wolves will set up an offensive possession. Here's Solway. He'll wrap it to the near corner. Penalty coming. We'll see who this is going to be against. Interference against, that is Tanner Gregory. Gregory comes on the ice for the first time and is out there just briefly before he gets hit with the interference call. Penalty at 2 minutes and 13 seconds into the third. So a power play for Eagle River. Interference, not a call I see terribly often. I will be honest though, for some reason the officials down here call interference more than anybody else. I could have counted on one hand the number of interference calls I saw through a whole bunch of games. There's a power play goal right off the deflection for Eagle River. Finkley finds the back of the net for the Wolves. No, excuse me, that was Andrew Solway assisted by Finkley. So Eagle River jumps back out in front.
Was that deflected off of Witt's stick? It almost seemed like
it may have gone off his stick as well. It's tough to stop those deflected goals. So Solway was the one who deflected the shot. Finkley had the shot. Goal at 2 minutes and 28 seconds.
It almost looked like Witt reached out to block it and ended up ricocheting right off into the net.
Face off after the goal. Both teams now back to full strength. Eagle River leading 2-1. Forstall controls it, takes it into the slot in the Kenai zone, fires a shot that caroms off the leg pad of Witt into the near wall. Picked up at the high slot. Solway wants another look. Goes down low for Finkley. He'll shoot. That one caroms across the front of the net and over to the near side and out to neutral ice, where Rinke will pick it up. Hit hard by Will Howard, but he manages to move the puck into the Kenai zone. Finkley chasing it into the near corner as it wraps over to the far corner. Meese will battle Forstall for it over there. Finkley makes a move, a shot on goal, blocked down and away by Eagle River, by Witt. And another penalty coming. This one's going to be against Kenai as well, Will Howard. And wouldn't you know, it's interference. So Witt, 2 minutes for interference. Or excuse me, Howard will get called for interference. That penalty at 3 minutes and 18 seconds.
Howard in the penalty box? No.
He's got a little campfire in there. Keeps him warm. Solway, a wrist shot from the blue line, saved by Witt with 1:49 to go in the Eagle River power play. So there we go. We said that. Again, I saw very few interference calls when I was up in Palmer, and we saw several down here last week or the weekend before during the Peninsula Ice Challenge. Already two here in the third period. Solway to the left circle. He's got Finkley. Cross-ice pass. Calvillo can't finish the job. He had a good look at the net. Back out to Solway. Surveying along the blue line. Wrist shot deflects wide and off the glass. Picked up there by DeBonis. DeBonis backhands one along the flat board to Forstall, who will cycle up to the blue line. Down to the high slot. Feeds it over to DeBonis in the near circle. Back to Forstall at the right wing. Forstall into the right circle. He shoots. That one deflects. Kicked away by Witt. How that guy stayed out of the goal, I do not know. And the Cardinals will send this one rifling back the other way with a minute to play in the Eagle River power play in the third period. 10:44 to go. Here's Andrew Solway, left to right, across the blue line, into the Kenai zone. Down in behind the net, circling around. Up to the left wing for DeBonis. High slot, hands it off to Solway. He'll fire high over the net, off the glass. The younger Solway, he shoots. That's knocked away by Cooper. Cooper tries to bat it away, but it sticks up off the referee in the near corner. Back up to DeBonis and over his stick. And out to neutral ice with 37 seconds remaining in the power play. 10:15 to go in the third period. Eagle River leading the Cardinals 2-1. Calvillo into the Kenai zone, near corner. Lily Langham poking at the puck, now along the near board, and a penalty coming. We'll see who this one's against. The official immediately giving the stiff arm to Brett Goldsby, who looked like he wanted to come in and say something. This penalty is going to go against Eagle River. So we'll have 4-on-4 for about 21 seconds as Emmerich Solway, heads to the net, or to the penalty box. Still have not seen what the call was. So at 4 minutes and 57 seconds, Eagle River has a penalty. 4-on-4 face-off to the right of Goodman. Won by Eagle River as they bring it out to neutral ice. 13 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Gagnon cross ice looking for Goldsby. Goldsby throws one off the outside of the net from center ice. Kept in at the right wing by Gagnon. 2 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. And now the power play, or rather the Cardinals will have a power play. Howard levels a hit on Stansberry as he comes out of the box, and the Cardinals get control, trailing by 1 with 9.5 minutes to play. Pass intended for Potton overled, and the Wolves will send this one right back the other way. Goldsby's going to pick this one up behind his own net, hand it off from Witt. Feeds the puck up and along to Potton. Potton struggling to control it, but he does manage to chip it all the way down into the far corner. Looking for somebody in the slot, nobody there. Hounded from behind by Blackeater, and the Wolves fire this one back down to the other end. With 9:05 remaining in the third period, Cardinals 1 minute left to go on their power play. Puck in the Kenai zone. Goldsby headmans a pass to Howard. Howard, now Begich. Begich knocked off the puck by Solway, and the Wolves clear it out again. 40 seconds remaining in the power play. Witt, cross ice for Hallam. Hallam, backhanded feed looking for Howard, but Howard not looking for Hallam. And that one, miscommunication, leads to a clear. Cardinals just 25 seconds left in their power play, and they give it away again at neutral ice. An ugly man advantage right here by Kenai. Unable to get anything going for the last really 90 seconds. Begich hands it off to Hallam with 15 seconds left in the man advantage, and Solway takes it away and bats it back to the Kenai zone. So the younger Solway about ready to come flying out of the Hoosgow. Here he comes as the Cardinals send it all the way down into the Eagle River zone, and that's icing. With under 8 minutes to play. About 1:40 of power play for the Cardinals, and not a lot to say about that.
No, a whole lot of takeaways with Eagle River.
7:59 remaining in the third. Eagle River leading 2-1 over the Cardinals in the third period. Face off in the Kenai zone, won by the Wolves. Shot in and out of the catching glove of Witt. Kenai will get it back out to neutral ice. And Eagle River doesn't keep it that way very long. They knock it right back into the Kenai zone. But here's Dominic Smith. Feeds a pass ahead to Begich. Begich now to Jurdy. Jurdy into the offensive end. Run into the boards. Knocked off the puck. And almost loses a stick. Wolves back the other way. Calvillo into the offensive zone. Hands it off to Rinke. His shot deflected by Smith. Neese will pick it up. Looking for Begich. And we have a whistle to stop play as Rinke, pounding his fist on the ice. He is in some serious discomfort. Immediately starts grabbing the right knee. You don't want to see that. 7 minutes and 21 seconds to play in the third period. Eagle River leading the Cardinals 2-1 as the junior defenseman Quinn Rinke took a hit on the flat board and still in some considerable pain. But hopefully just a stinger. No coaches come out onto the ice. He's helped up by his teammates, favoring the right leg as he heads to the bench. Still grimacing in pain, and anytime you see an athlete go down and grab a knee, you just don't like that. We'll keep it here as Rinke makes his way up. A great hockey name, by the way, right? I mean, I think when you are born with a name like Rinke, they just put a hockey stick in your hand. 7:21 to go in the third period. Rinke heading to the locker room, but doing so under his own power, if laboriously so. But glad to see he's able to head that way under his own power. Face off at neutral ice, won by Eagle River. There's a quick shot, swallowed up by Witt.
If you're Kenai, you need to find some way to get it back on the left side of the ice here these last 7 minutes.
Eagle River dominating time of possession throughout the first half of this third period. Face off to the right of Witt, won by Eagle River. DeBonis fires a shot, and that one deflects high and comes down in the slot. Jurdy will move it up the near wall, and Eagle River is going to bat it back down into the Kenai end. Witt slings it into the far corner, and it comes right back. There's a shot from, I think that was Dudinsky, picked up by Howard behind his own net. Making a nice move, feeds a pass ahead to Jurdy. Jurdy left circle, he shoots, and that goes over the top of the net into the far corner and all the way back to the Kenai zone, where Goldsby is going to give it away. Forstall, though, pass through the slot intended for Finkley into the near corner. Puck loose along the goal line. Cooper tries to clear it out. Finkley picks it up on the midboard. Now Cooper just chips a backhand shot, and that's going to go spinning all the way to the other end. And the whistle icing with 6 minutes and 19 seconds to play in the third period. Cardinals trailing Eagle River 2-1. Kenai looking to pick up their first win of the season. Face off now in the Kenai zone to the left of Witt, his catching glove side. Noah Hallam and Emmerich Solway. Now to the Elder Solway. Shot goes off Castro. High into the air. Low slot picked up by Calvillo. His shot deflected wide of the net. And now cleared out to neutral ice. Andrew Solway will chase it down. They'll wave off icing as he picks it up behind his own net. 6 minutes to go in the third period. Eagle River on top of Kenai 2-1. At center ice, it's Castro. Splits the defense and brings it across into the offensive zone. Calvillo battling Potton. Potton takes it away. Hallam, backhanded pass to the far side for Butler. Butler will dump it down into the far corner, and the Cardinals will give chase. Puck along the goal line, cleared out by Andrew Solway, team captain, now picked up by Potton outside the far circle. Potton throws one through the slot, intended for Hallam. That one into the near corner, picked up by the Wolves, and they'll shovel it along the board. Calvillo ahead to Solway, and Solway into the Kenai zone. Kenai bounces it right back the other way. Pass is going to be tipped at the red line, so they'll wave off icing as Kenai sends fresh skates out onto the ice with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left to play. Here comes Solway, the captain, into the Kenai zone. Makes a man miss and then has the puck poked away by Goldsby. Puck bounced off the far side. Goldsby with a chance for a breakaway. Picks it up. Shot knocked down and kicked away by Goodman, who gets a resounding pound from his bench. Hitting the bench there, cheering him on for a great save. As the puck makes its way back into the Kenai zone. Pass ahead to Jurdy. Jurdy has one man to beat, but Dudinsky is going to send him sprawling into the boards. No penalty coming, and Jurdy loses his stick, and he is very slow to get up. Dudinsky, the size advantage, as Jurdy was sent flying into the board there. Nothing dirty about the play. That's clean hockey. That's just big man versus small man is what it comes down to. But Hopefully Jurdy is okay. We've seen him down on the ice a few times, slow to get up. Hopefully this is another one of those times where he's able to pop back up. 4 minutes and 37 seconds remaining on the clock in the third period. Eagle River with the 1-goal advantage on the, let's see here, who was that? Was that Forstall? No, that was Andrew Solway goal at 2 minutes and 28 seconds into the third period. While the coaching staff tends to the downed Caden Jurdy, we'll step aside. You're listening to High School Hockey on ESPN Radio.
Is this post game?
Handle it. From chips and cracks to cleanings and crowns, they'll keep your smile in the game. They're local, friendly, and accepting new patients now. So skate on in or call 907-262-8834. Gentle Dental, keeping Alaskan smiles shining no matter how hard winter hits.
So Caden Jurdy heads to the bench, and he does get there under his own power, so that's good news. Bad news is he's got the helmet off, and looks like he may be done for the period. We'll see if he gets back out on the ice. 4 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. Face-off coming at neutral ice. It's Will Howard, Mason Butler, Lily Langham, Max Meese, and Isaac Potton on the ice for Kenai. Face-off goes to the Cardinals. Langham fires it into the Eagle River end. Picked up there by Dudinsky, the defenseman. Headmans a pass looking for Barker, the freshman. Puck bounces around a couple times at neutral ice. Now Meese will fling one over the near side for Langham. Goes right to Dudinsky. And now back to neutral ice. 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the third period. Almost a giveaway. Butler in a good position right in front of the Eagle River net, but the Wolves able to send this one down to the Kenai zone. Rinder and Barker will give chase. In the corner, Langham wraps it to the far side. Isaac Potton in a race. And a pass intended for Butler under lead, and it goes off the wall on the near side. Langham in her own end to Meese. Meese a giveaway to Barker. Now here's Blacketer, who rifles a wrist shot that is deflected off the stick of a defenseman up and out of play. Face-off coming in the Kenai zone. Cardinals have 3.5 minutes left to tie this game up. It was about this time last year that they trailed by a goal against Chugiak right here on this rink. And a Gavin Lyles goal with 5 seconds remaining tied the game, and then Logan Meese won it in overtime. Wolves win the face-off. Puck goes over to the far corner. Forstall banks it off the midboard. Finds Solway, right wing. His shot bounces off the chest protector of Witt. And now Begich will bring it up the near side off the far wall and down behind the goal line. Hallam. Begich picks it up in the far circle. No, he doesn't. He overskates it, and that's a bad giveaway. Here's Finkley. Hands it off to Blacketer. Blacketer's shot goes wide of the net off the platboard and into the far corner for Forstall. He'll back it, and there's a pass right into the low slot. DeBonis to Solway. Out to neutral ice and back into the defensive zone for Eagle River, where DeBonis will go cross ice. Nice head-manning pass to Finkley into the high slot. He fires a shot, blockered away by Witt. Witt slides out of net, chips it off the flatboard and over to the midboard far side. Now left wing, DeBonis' shot. That one deflected by Finkley, knocked down by Witt, and now down behind the Kenai goal. Begich takes it away in his own end. Headman's a pass for Gagnon, and this is going to be icing. Now they'll wave it off. Gagnon, I think, thought it was going to be icing, and he didn't have any real sense of urgency. Otherwise, he'd have been all alone with the puck in the other end. Puck as it is, back to neutral ice. DeBonis will fire one on net from the blue line, kicked away by Witt. 2 minutes to play. Cardinals trailing by 1. Puck in the Kenai zone, picked up by Emmerich Solway. Right circle, has the puck stripped away by Meese. Now Cooper with it, up the near board side. Chisels it off the glass, and it trickles on net, covered up by Goodman with a minute 47
Good news is it looks like Jerdy's back on the ice. When he hit the bench, it looked like they were working on his helmet a little bit. So he hit the wall hard enough to do something to his helmet, but they got that fixed up, and now he's back on the ice. That's good to see.
Evan Witt comes out of the net because we're going to get a face-off in the Eagle River zone. Cardinals want to play a man up, and they call a timeout to talk things over. With 1:47 to play, we'll step aside back in 60 seconds for the final 2 minutes of hockey right here on ESPN Radio.
Ready to kick off the holidays? The 2025 CPH Volunteer Holiday Bazaar is November 13th and 14th from 10 to 5. Discover great new artists and one-of-a-kind gifts, decor, and artisan goods you won't find anywhere else. Every purchase supports the CPH Volunteer Scholarship Fund. Don't miss this annual favorite. Shop local, support local, and make your season shine. Visit cpgh.org for more information.
Welcome back to the Kenai Multipurpose Facility. Nick Sorrell here along with Tucker Blau. Coming up after the end of the game, stick around for the Peninsula Community Health Services post-game show. We'll recap stats, game highlights, and more. With 1:47 left in the third period on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard, the Kenai Cardinals trail the Eagle River Wolves 2-1. Cardinals are going to have a man advantage with 6 men on the ice as Evan Witt has come out of the net. We'll get a face-off to the right of the senior goaltender, Rich Goodman. Noah Hallam will be on the face-off. Lily Langham coming off the ice, replaced by Ryder Gagnon. Hallam wins the draw, but the puck is going to be sent flying down to the other end, iced by Eagle River. I believe that was DeBonis, who was looking at an empty net, salivating as he did so. And just a misfire keeps this a one-score game. Face-off now will be to the left of Goodman. Hallam on the draw once again. Cardinals get the puck. Howard outside the right circle, fires a shot. That one deflects wide and goes off the goal or the referee. There's a centering pass, goes high. Goldsby at the right wing to Howard. Slap shot, deflects away off a defenseman. Hallam and Potton. 1:26 to play. Potton in the far corner. Puck banks off the flat board. Jerdy will pick it up in the corner, and the referee again gets in the way of that puck. There's the centering pass. Flung away, Gagnon, and it trickles out to neutral ice, and the Cardinals will have to tag up. Will Howard in his own end. Cross ice for Jerdy. Centers a pass, and that one, a shot that goes wide of the net, and it's going to be icing against Eagle River. Solway had a chance to put this game on ice, no pun intended, and I get it. You want to fire into the empty net. Might have been better off just running the puck around the ice for a little bit and maybe getting a better look at the net. So here we go, face-off to the left of Goodman. 64 seconds remaining. Face-off won by the Wolves. Puck out to neutral ice. Taken away by Potton. Held up briefly. Makes a move. Surrounded by 4 Eagle River players. Here's Forstall. Tosses one down to the other end. Goldsby picks it up. 42 seconds remaining. Puck is behind an empty Kenai net. DeBonis at the right wing. Now Jerdy as the puck goes down to the far corner. Blackeater, DeBonis fires a shot. That one wide of the net. Will Howard with 30 seconds left picks it up behind his own net. Squeezed off the puck. Blackeater will take it away. Blackeater centers a pass. That one goes off a skate and wide of the net. Now 20 seconds to play. Another shot. This one goes over the top of the net. Goldsby was right there. This shot, this one inside the net. Into the crease, kicked away, and with 10 seconds left to play, Cardinals have a 3-on-1. 7 seconds. Noah Hallam. Centering pass. A shot and a goal with 2 seconds to play! Ryder Gagnon ties the game! Noah Hallam on the assist! Oh, with 10 seconds left, I thought this one was over. Ryder Gagnon ties the game, 2 seconds away from a defeat. And I tell you what, this time of year on this rink, there's always magic late in the game. Game-tying goal for the Cardinals. At 14 minutes and 58 seconds. And we're going to get overtime as the clock sounds immediately. We'll keep it right here as both teams will take a brief reprieve to gather their thoughts, and then we'll get some overtime hockey. It's 2-2 at the end of regulation. Again, that goal after 3 periods or almost 3 full periods. Ryder Gagnon assisted by Noah Hallam. And what a great find by Hallam. He had Ryder Gagnon coming in as a trailer, and the margin for error, there was no margin for error. There was, you either score and you go to overtime or you pick up another loss. So the Cardinals, very resilient. And we saw this similar style from them in the Peninsula Ice Challenge when they played Palmer. They trailed actually by 3 goals in the third period. It was 3-0, the Moose with the edge. The Cardinals came all the way back and tied it with 60 seconds to play. Bridger Begich on the game-tying goal that night. Then the Moose picking up the win in regulation, though, with a goal 18 seconds left. But what a great flurry of activity and a great comeback for the Cardinals right at the end. We'll step aside. We'll come back in about 30 seconds with the overtime between the Cardinals and Eagle River. We got more hockey to play on ESPN Radio.
Need to call for all your commercial property that you need winter maintenance services done. Call Steve on Wheels at 907-262-3240.
Overtime here at the Kenai Multi-Purpose Facility. The rules for overtime, depending on which level of hockey you play at, they change around a little bit. But here we just get 5-on-5. If you go to the NHL, you get 3-on-3, which is fun. I think I would be in favor of 3-on-3 hockey. It has been 3 years since the last shootout that I was a part of. 8 minutes on the clock. Will Howard and Braden Blackett are on the draw. In overtime, Eagle River will skate right to left. The Cardinals will skate left to right. Puck in the Kenai zone. Blacketer bats it off the far wall. Will Howard in the far corner banks it off the wall ahead to Mason Butler. Cardinals tied the game with 2 seconds to play in regulation. Ryder Gagnon. Here's Forstall. He fires. That's blockered aside by Evan Witt. Clayton Cooper wraps it around to the far corner in his own end. Picked up there by Andrew Solway. Solway fighting his way past the underclassman into the near corner. Up to the left wing for DeBonis. DeBonis will flip one on net. Swept aside by Witt and into the far corner as Isaac Potton gets tied up. No interference call despite DeBonis pulling his stick down. No, excuse me, that wasn't DeBonis. There's a shot. That one's wide of the net. It was Forstall had the stick. There's a shot blocked away by Witt. So several shots right away for the Wolves. Here's a takeaway by Calvillo. Calvillo wrapping around, pushed off the puck by Cooper. Now DeBonis from the left wing. He'll fire. Shot blocked by Potton. At the near wall. Now dumped down off the flat board. Goldsby cuts off the ricochet, and he'll fling one out to neutral ice, and they'll get the Cardinals for icing. So Eagle River in the opening minute and 22 seconds of the overtime period playing downhill. 2-2 is the score on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard. Kenai tying this one up just moments before the end of regulation. Face off in the left end to the left of Witt. It'll be Emmerich Solway and Noah Hallam who had the assist on that game winner. Solway with the draw, and the Cardinals bat this one out to neutral ice. Andrew Solway, the defenseman, to Dudinsky. Dudinsky brings it into the offensive zone. Spins outside the circle. and dumps it back to the right wing where it gets past Castro and the elder Solway. Chased down by Begich, throws Snow and backs it up. 6 minutes to play in overtime. Solway, a shot, glove save by Witt. That was the younger Solway on the shot. 6:08 to play in overtime. 2-2, Cardinals and Eagle River. Kenai has yet to record a shot here in OT. The Wolves have about 4 already. Face off to the right of Witt, won by the Wolves. There's a Dudinsky shot from the high slot that's cut off. Hallam trying to get rid of it, as is Jurdy. They can't. Kept in by Dudinsky at the right wing. Langham will wrap it to the near side. DeBonis is there to pick it up. Begich cuts it off, but Castro slides in. Now Meese backhands one, and that one just wobbles its way across the blue line and back out to neutral ice. Noah Hallam coming off the ice as the Cardinals try and get fresh skates out there. There's a shot off the crossbar and into the netting. Emmerich Solway centimeters away from sending Eagle River into Saturday with a win.
I think that might have actually been blocked by Witt's stick there.
And then off the crossbar, hit them both.
Maybe.
5:37 left in the overtime period. 2-2, face off to the right of Witt, won by Kenai. Will Howard chases it down in behind his own net. He'll throw Snow there and create some space. Got a little breathing room. Headman's a pass to Gagnon, who had the game-tying goal. Gagnon at neutral ice, hands it off, but it's to Forstall. Forstall ahead to Calvillo. Calvillo makes a move into the offensive zone, centers a pass to Salvio, and Salvio has it stripped away, and the puck deflects off the stick of an Eagle River player and out of play. 5:09 remaining in overtime. After about 3 minutes to go, the Cardinals going very short shifts as they get Howard back off the ice. Hallam and Butler. Potton right now doing some extended ice time. Face off to the left of Witt. It's Hallam and Salvio. Salvio wins the draw, but the puck taken away by Potton. Potton left to right. Has to work his way past the defenseman, but the senior Solway cuts him off, takes the puck away, feeds a nice pass ahead to Castro, Calvillo, and back into the Kenai zone. Here's DeBonis, overskates the puck, gathers it outside the left circle, fires a shot cut off by the defenseman, and then keeps it in right on the blue line. Goldsby behind his net to Cooper. Puck goes off the flat board, outside of the net, back into the far corner. Butler underskates it. Solway fires a shot that's cut off, and the Cardinals dump it back to neutral ice. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the overtime period. Blacketer comes away with the puck. There's a shot. That one bounces. It's loose. A wide open net. A pile of bodies, and the Cardinals come away with it. Dodging every bullet that you can right there. Cooper hands it off at neutral ice to Mason Butler. Butler fires a shot that goes off to Bonus and right of the goal. Hitting the flat board, picked up there. Take away by Butler, in the slot. He shoots, he scores! Mason Butler walks it off for the Cardinals in overtime. What a win, and what a way for the Cardinals to get their first digit in the win column this season. Mason Butler, the takeaway in the offensive zone, beating the senior Rich Goodman on the right side. And a tip of the cap to this Eagle River Wolves team, who played a fantastic game and just were robbed right here at the end. 2 seconds away from a win, and the Cardinals steal it away. And if that isn't sports for you, out of the jaws of defeat, as they say. Coming up, it's your Peninsula Community Health Services postgame show. The Cardinals pick up a big win at home over the Eagle River Wolves. You're listening to High School Hockey on ESPN Radio.
Is your little one meeting
I'll tell you when to bring it back.
We offer pediatric physical therapy provided by our experienced group of therapists. We serve patients from birth all the way through adulthood. If your child is experiencing pain, mobility issues, or holding back, our providers will help them feel stronger, move better, and meet their goals. Now taking appointments at PCH Kenai. 07-262-3119.
Peninsula Community Health Services. Healthcare for all.
Yes, we know the amount of the PFDs this year was underwhelming, but if your family is complete and you have been considering a vasectomy, it's the perfect amount. Now, through November 15th, our no-needle scalpel vasectomy is being offered at a special price of $1,000. You save $200. This quick, safe, and nearly pain-free procedure can be done in Soldotna or Homer. With birth control taken care of, you can celebrate through the holidays and focus on fun. Call Peninsula Surgery and Aesthetics, 907-235-1010. No needle, no scalpel, no worries. Happy holidays.
Whoa, was that Santa landing on the roof?
Nope. That's her shock saying Merry Christmas, we're done.
I thought those just made the ride smoother.
They actually do help your tires grip the road. Really important on these icy holiday roads.
Dan's Automotive offers diagnostics for shocks and struts. Located next to Napa in Soldotna. Call 907-420-0416. Dan's Automotive, helping your sleigh stay on the road this winter.
Are you a high school junior or senior who wants to get a head start on your college career? KPC's Jumpstart program is for you. Thanks to the Kenai Peninsula, participate in the Jump.
All right, coming up
to their first 30 credits. Call 907-262-0330. Again, 907-262-0330 for more information.
Now, it's time for the Peninsula Community Health Services postgame show on ESPN 1140 AM and 96.9 FM. With game recaps and postgame interviews, let's return ringside.
Welcome back to the Kenai Multi-Purpose Facility. The Kenai Cardinals pick up their first win of the season in about as dramatic a fashion as you can. A walk-off goal by Mason Butler after Ryder Gagnon ties the game with 2 seconds remaining in the third period. Oh, go ahead. There you go. There you go.
All right. This is the Hockey Postgame Show presented by Peninsula Community Health Services. PCHS supports your health, offering medical, dental, eye care, and behavioral health services. Visit them online at pchsak.org or call and schedule an appointment today at 907-262-3119.
Nick Sorrell here along with Tucker Blau. Well, what a fantastic end to the game for the Kenai Cardinals. And again, as big a tip of the cap as you can give to Rich Goodman, for the goaltender for Eagle River, for a great game and just inches away from finishing this one out and getting a win. Cardinals, though, sweeping in and stealing victory here on their home ice tonight. That goal to tie the game at 14 minutes and 58 seconds into the third period. A Ryder Gagnon goal assisted by Noah Hallam. And then in overtime, an offensive zone takeaway by Mason Butler. And he goes top shelf over the right shoulder of Rich Goodman to walk it off, or I guess we say skate it off, for the Cardinals as they are now in the win column. Here's your third period shots and saves brought to you by 3T Detailing, your hometown, that is your hometown auto detailing professionals. You can find them on Facebook, 907-252-3960. In the third period, Evan Witt stopped 10 of the 11 Eagle River shots he saw, and Goodman 9 shots, 8 saves. And in overtime, Witt a perfect 5 for 5. Eagle River, who really controlled the puck for the first 4 minutes of that overtime period, and they never didn't control the puck in that overtime period. It was just an unfortunate takeaway for Eagle River. Great takeaway if you're Kenai by Butler to get that goal. 5 shots on goal for Eagle River, 5 saves for Witt, for a game total of 35 shots on goal for the Wolves, 33 saves for Witt, and then 1 shot on goal for the Cardinals, no saves for Goodman in that overtime period. A game total of 25 shots on goal for the Cardinals, 22 saves for Rich Goodman. So what a great win for the Cardinals, an exciting one to be a part of. That's your first overtime win for a hockey game. What do you think?
I think it was a great game. Resilience by Kenai. there most of the game, it seemed like the puck was controlled by Eagle River. Kenai never gave up, even down to the last 10 seconds there. They're able to get a last-ditch effort all the way back from this side of the ice and managed to put it in the net. And then in overtime, like you were saying, mostly controlled by Eagle River, but Kenai took it away. You only need one chance, as they proved, and they put it in the net and walk it off.
Fantastic. You know, and as you were talking about, with 10 seconds left to go in the third period, Kenai was in the defensive end. They had the puck in the defensive end of the rink, and they had to cover the entire distance in under 10 seconds. It only took them 8. Only took them 8 to tie it up. Anyway, for those of you watching on Facebook, or rather on YouTube, we're going to sign off here. For those of you listening on the radio, we'll be right back with your Pizza Boys Player of the Game. But for those of you watching on YouTube, glad to have you watching from Eagle River or from here on the peninsula. Thank you for joining us. And again, those of you on the radio, we'll be right back with your Pizza Boys Player of the Game.